What's going on, guys? I have got Brava in the round pen this morning. This horse we haven't done a lot of videos with recently because we kind of backed up with her and just a lot of doing the same stuff, trying not to bore you guys, but also trying to give you guys honest depiction of what it is starting colts, working with horses, and not editing anything out of there. But this horse was doing really good being saddled and kind of had a little bit of a step back. Once I put the saddle that we go to put our first rides on her, she was doing all right, and just started getting kind of progressively tighter with it, which was kind of interesting to me. That just tells me that she wasn't quite ready for it. You know, she would start kind of getting tight and jumping around, and started to almost do it fairly more and more consistently, and that's exactly what I don't want. I don't want that horse to start making a habit out of something, and I don't want her to think that you know, she can expect being nervous when we do something. So all I'm going to do here now is cinch this up, this lead rope up, as if we're putting a saddle on. Good. 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 But long story short, we backed up. We're using the synthetic saddle again. Good. Using the synthetic saddle again, and just giving her a little bit more time to get comfortable with all that. Good girl. Rather than just trying to shove it down her throat, right? So I don't like any tightness in a colt when I go to put a first ride on. Good girl. Yeah. You know, so as much of that as I can get rid of really is what I'm going to try and do. Yeah. Thank you. Good girl, sweetheart. But she's starting to settle back down for the most part. You know, I don't fully grasp or understand sometimes why they take steps back like that. But, you know, it's important that you listen to it, I think, to some degree. Just because they're trying to tell you something. You also need to kind of expect them to be a good student, right? If they have the capability, you can't baby them forever about it, but you do need to have fair expectations. Yeah, with that other saddle, she was getting to the point where she really didn't even, I'm gonna put this on one more time, to the point where she really didn't even want that saddle near her, and was getting tight if she kind of even saw it near her. And that's what I don't want, right? I want her to be okay with this, be okay with that process. Just do this a little bit. Good. So I really want them to have zero tension when we go to saddle, right? That's going to be the easiest part of their experience for the most part when we go to put a first ride on, right? Them being okay with cinch pressure and stuff on their back and stuff around their girth is kind of like par for the course, right? They need to be really good with that before we go to put a ride on, obviously. You're doing great. But, you know, I kind of take it a little bit personally sometimes when we have to take steps back like this, because I take a lot of extra steps to get these horses going good, and you know, I'm not egotistical by any means, but it does give you an ego check. It does give you an ego check when things don't go as planned, but that's just horses in general. Good girl. That's just part of it. But you know, you can take a lot of extra steps, and sometimes that horse is just going to be the horse and not want to get along, and that's part of it. So do your best to not get upset about it. Don't think that you're the expert ever. Horses sure teach you different. But she's just taking some extra time, and I thought I'd kind of give you guys a update of where this horse is right now after we've taken some steps back. Go ahead and move her around a little bit. Nice. And if she gets tight and starts jumping around, it's all right. It's not a huge deal. All I'm trying to do is breed as much of that relaxation as we can in there. Trying to build good habits here again, right? I really don't want her to associate that saddle with tension. I want her to go back to the left. Good. I want her to turn towards the fence to the right. Good. Good girl, sweetheart. So that was nothing right there. I'm pretty happy actually that she slowed down and thought about it for a moment. So that reaction is like a lot of young horses when they first get saddled that aren't too mean, right? They just get a little tight and kind of line out. They aren't quite sure what it is. This horse can get a little bit upset about it, can get after it pretty good, but she's not doing that at all. She's acting more like a broke horse right now. Knock on wood. Which I'm happy with. I like this. Girl, sweetheart. And who knows? I've given her some time off, so maybe some time off is going to kind of help her reset. Whoa. You can see her start to amp up a little bit there. I don't want to just keep amping her up. I'm just going to call it good for a moment. Let her relax. Doing good, sweetheart. Big old baby. Hello, Brava. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah. Not too bad, huh? Work some of these direction changes here. See if she'll relax a little more. So I like that she's not losing her mind, right? She's getting a little tight. She's amping up a little bit, but she's not losing her mind right now. Interesting to me, the trot right out of the gate. She feels like she's got to move. I'm going to help her understand that that's not quite what we're asking, so I'm going to start tracking with her. Let her just kind of move. Figure out that she's doing it to herself to some degree. Good, you can see her start to settle a little bit. I'll breathe. Let her work this out a little bit. While we kind of watch her get through this here, I will say that you can see the energy that just packing a saddle creates a little bit to her right now. And I'm happy with how she's handling it, right? She's got high energy from it, but she's not totally, you know, getting lost in a different world. I'm okay with the movement. I'm kind of just going by how she feels right now, and I think she needs me to kind of lead by example just a little bit, stand here and let her work it out that she doesn't need to move. This isn't something I would typically do, but it seems like something she needs. So you can see right there, she decided to stand still. Being I'm not going to self-proclaim myself a good horseman, but being a half decent horseman is really about not knowing if a horse does X, you do Y. It's about being able to problem solve, where if a horse does something, you understand options, right? And can produce different situations and explain to yourself why you think something may work and try it. Good horsemanship is about trial and error. It's about thinking if a horse does something, what response may best suit this specific horse, and if I don't know of one, what do I think might work and why? Because you're not going to have the right answer always, and being able to problem solve is going to be the most valuable skill that you can have as a horseman. The more years you do it, right? The only reason I can do things somewhat, half decently is because I've done it for a while. And when you do things for a good amount of time, you just have more experience, right? I see a lot of horses every day, and have been in just about every situation out there. So I know at least to some degree a blueprint of if a horse is in this mindset. Several options that first come to my mind that I have seen work. But that doesn't go to say that I don't do new things every day, because I do new things all the time also. So just a side note, guys. I kind of like the mindset she's in now a little more. Have her walk, if she will, here. And ironically, I'm usually asking for a horse to walk, trot, and lope both directions when we saddle. I actually kind of want to just see if she'll walk here. Whoa. Whoa. Brava. See if we can walk her this other direction. Girl, sweetheart. Whoa. that. So now kind of the true test is, can I elevate, right? Can I push this horse maybe back to a trot and a lope and get that smooth without her accelerating and building? Whoa. That was beautiful. Try the other direction here. Nope, I wanted to trot there. It was a beautiful departure though. Whoa. Give her a moment, reset. I'm kind of just gonna let her chill for a moment just because that was a really nice departure. What do you say, sweetheart? Go ahead and trot here. Whoa. Very nice. Very, very nice. She's off milling around a little bit. So that was really good. I like her temperament with the saddle right now, right? This is me just kind of changing my game plan today based on how she is. Brava. You say, girl. Let me see you, you wild girl. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so Brava's a 4-year-old Hancock cross and big stout sucker, but she's just older than all the other horses that we've been starting this year. Not by much, but a year makes a big difference, especially when they're raised outside and big and stocky suckers that are hard-headed. But no big deal. I'm just gonna check her out with the saddle, make sure she's okay with all this. Because the reason we backed up again, because when she would hear any of this, feel that saddle on her back with those heavy oak stirrups popping her, she would get really, really worried. So you need to obviously build a little bit more confidence in the saddle. In fact, what I may do is swap these stirrups out for some oak stirrups and start getting her used to that, making sure she feels okay about it. Hi, girl. Where are you going, little baby? Good with that. Sounds kind of crazy, guys, but this horse, past 2 days I've gone in to feed, has walked up to me, kind of, not to sound too cheesy, but kind of saying, hey, I want another shot at this. So I gave her some time off. We're gonna give her another shot at this for a little bit here. Just a touch. There's that offside stirrup. If you guys remember me talking about, right, if you want to know if a horse is safe, right, ready to get on, pop that offside stirrup, right, because that's what caused her to tighten up right there, was when I'm on that left side and I pop that right side. That's what she's got to get over. She's not the most balanced mentally yet. But yeah, like I was saying, not to sound too cheesy, but she walked up to me and just kind of said she maybe wanted another chance at this. Later she was ready, didn't need any more time off. So we'll see. That's pretty good. You can't see, but I'm popping that offside. Popping that offside stirrup. I'm gonna do the same on this left side when I'm on the right side. Really good, girl. That's pretty good. So if you guys remember this horse, I halter broke her the whole deal. She, let me rephrase that. I halter broke her. When I picked her up from the ranch, he said he couldn't remember if he had tried to put a halter on her at some point in her life. So maybe she did, I don't know, years ago once, but definitely not halter broke. Didn't know how to lead. You know, typical, you know, ranch bred, ranch raised horse, but this is good. This is good. Just moving that offside stirrup as much as I can. Good girl, brother. Kind of making a liar out of me. You guys are like, man, you dang sissy, just get on and ride the sucker. she's a good horse, but if she gets after it, she can get after it pretty hard. And I do not want that in a horse. You know, I'm okay riding a little bit out of it, but you know, as much as I can, I don't want to have to get into that fight 3 days a week, right? Because eventually you're gonna lose. And it's gonna hurt. And when you make your money with your body, that costs you money. Sometimes it's just not worth it. And that's just the truth. Sorry to any big bronc rider out there that's like, you dang sissy. But you know, I can ride one all right, but like I said, I do everything in my power to, you know, mitigate as much of that risk as possible. She's a little locked up on that hind end. There we go. Her demeanors are really good today. Really good. Yep. Trying to just create a little bit of noise and movement here. Good job, girl. Good. Good. Very nice. Pop this offside again. I love the reaction on the offside. A lot better. A lot better. Good. Yeah, so side note, I train a lot of horses that aren't colts, but I should probably start filming more of that. But I love the colt deal and I love filming it because I know a lot of people out there, at least, you know, beginning of spring are starting colts, and you know, winter, beginning of spring, and that's at least when I kind of do it. So I try and film a lot of that stuff so it's helpful for you guys, and I think it's just cool, you know. It's the foundation of every horse that you ride, and kind of entertaining, I hope, for you guys too. You know, it may not be the most interesting sometimes, but I would think that it's pretty interesting if you're out there working with a young horse. So hopefully you guys get stuff from it. But the big takeaway from this is if a horse is acting right progressively like they're not okay with it, back up. Don't just keep shoving it down their throat. That usually isn't the right answer, like 99.999% of the time. Holy sweetheart. Hey, girl. But, oh, where are you going? Let me see your hip. Good. 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 I just kind of want her to have the attitude that, like, she's just kind of okay with me being back here doing really anything. I'm good with that. I'd say that's a pretty nice place to call it good with her today. Come here, sweetheart. Excuse me. Thank you. But yeah, hopefully some of these colt videos, just general horsemanship videos, help you guys out there. I love teaching stuff, and I think it's cool to share things unedited, because you get to see how we work through certain issues without making ourselves look good. But as always, guys, I think we'll call it good on that. Where are you going, little girl? Wow, girl. As always, guys, if you like content like this, click like, click subscribe. Flies getting you, huh, sweetheart? Click like, click subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. It means a lot to us. You know, I work hard making these videos, and I do it because I really hope that it's beneficial to someone out there. And I love making them. I love teaching stuff. So, like I said, if you guys don't subscribe already, please click subscribe. It means a lot to me, helps us to continue to be able to do this. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.